Didn't sound like it was too bad. Not too concerned about it. So he'll get a test tonight just to make sure, and then, we'll figure out more tomorrow when we travel.
And just your thoughts on his play before that injury. Obviously, I think he has had a 52-12 run at some point. His play on both ends.
Well, I thought the 23-2 run at the end of the first half obviously was the key to the game. I mean, they were up 42-35, and I thought our guys really dug in on the defensive end of the floor. And then he scored a bunch of buckets there in a row and pushed it out. Our other guys were struggling to get any real rhythm offensively, and he kind of got us going. And then the second half, in the third quarter, every one of those guys, picked up where he left off, and so that was good. I thought, he made big plays. I thought Tice, spacing the floor really helped us against a guy like Valanciunas. Obviously, Cantor did what he does, and thought we played, pretty well at times, and I'm encouraged because we took another good punch from them and stayed the course and guarded and played together, and so that's good.
Coach, this is the second straight game. Obviously, you guys won in a decisive fashion, but it was also the second straight game where your defense really dug in and just kind of got the offense going. Why is that happening now? Like, is there anything you're doing strategically or anything like that is allowing that defense to kind of get it going?
I mean, we've said all year we've pressured the ball better the last couple of games. I do think we look a little fresher. I think it's part of it. But I think that we were not allowing the ball to get to the paint before, you feel pressure. If that happens with us, I've said this all year, if they catch it on the block without any resistance, if they catch it inside the three or at the three-point line without resistance, then we're in trouble. We're not going to be able to impact the ball or impact them at the rim the way we want to. Our best rim defense is keeping the ball away from it. And so, we have to be able to push things out with our pressure. And so we were better the last two games at that. And again, I don't think it's a huge coincidence. I think that's part of we've just looked a little fresher in this game.
Coach, same question I asked before the game. Consistency now, is that something that you have to? Is it a mental thing, or at this point in the season, or?
Yeah, I guess I don't really judge the consistency based solely on wins and losses, right? I think you judge it based on how you're playing. You judge it based on how you're defending. Are we pressuring the way we want? Are we making shots? It's not as big of a deal as what kind of shots are we getting. And we've got a tough road trip coming up, but I think I'm looking forward to the challenges because we're really going to have to physically meet challenges to be successful, and that starts with a good Orlando team on Friday night.
Uh, 32 assists for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Just especially in that during those runs,
yeah.
It seemed like the extra passes being made a lot.
You can feel the last two games. The way the ball's whipping around. That's who we have to be because there are going to be moments, and certainly we're going to have some matchups at times that we can take advantage of. But at the end of the day, for us to be the best version of ourselves, it's got to be a group effort on both ends, and complementing each other and accentuating each other's strengths. And I've been encouraged by that the last two games.
Do you expect Jalen to travel for the trip?
Yes.
Regarding Jayson,
it's like 60 degrees warmer. He'll travel. Yeah. He'll have his foot in ice, I'm sure, but whatever.
Regarding Jayson, it seems like he's spent parts of the season working on certain elements of his game, really attacking early on and then kind of pulled back. It seemed like, and now it feels like he's taking what's worked throughout the course of the season. Do you see a more polished game from him offensively as the season has gone on? Is he figuring things out?
Each game, I think, presents a different opportunity. I do think that he was, extremely focused on getting to the rim as he should be. And then, it's about what we talked about prior to the game, the rim reads. It's not always going to be, if you don't draw a foul or you don't make a layup, those rim reads can turn into points on the other end. And he's gotten good at playing off 2 feet, at finishing, at making the right read and kickouts and those type of things that kind of the next step once you get there all the time. This is all a process, and he grows by the minute, and he just does so many things that are just, ridiculously good that, obviously when he does something or when he gets improves in an area, it happens quickly.
Brad, you talked about ball pressure. You seem to do a good job crowding Morant tonight.
We were really focused on what he's capable of. I thought Tyson pick and roll did a good job as he was coming downhill. He didn't play his normal minutes. I thought he did a good job of trying to harass Kemba too. He played on top of him a lot, and it made Kemba have to screen and be a cutter, and a lot of times a sacrificial cutter for somebody else to get a good shot. But Ja's a heck of a talent, and I thought we guarded him, hard, but it doesn't mean always going to be successful. I think he's awfully good. Go ahead.
Just real quick, just picking up on your comments about Kemba being a cutter. How unusual is it for a guy in the league who has shown the ability to score the way he does to do non-traditional score type things like cutting without the ball, doing things that?
Well, tonight it's just he has to screen and cut if they're playing on top of him, and so he did a good job. He opened up a couple times. He opened up Tice for shots. He opened up other guys for handoffs because the defense was so sunk because he cut out of the play. He set a couple of nice back screens that we didn't end up converting. But, he's going to see so many types of defenses. They guarded the double drag that he runs 3 different ways tonight. They played on top of him all night. That's how you know that you're a really good player, is when, people just throw you a bunch of different looks. And he handles it really well. And, it was funny when he made his first shot. I think he was excited that one went down. But he did a lot of good things just by being out there for us. Thanks.